It's Natalia and welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here today with this autumn inspired makeup tutorial for you. I was playing around with these Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows and I really want to do an eye look with these three colours in particular because they're so rich and gold and metallic and beautiful, and I really wanted to put them all together. I have paired this look up with a really bold matte lipstick. You don't have to go that far if you don't want to. You can turn the lips down and wear whatever you are more comfortable with, but I think it just sort of goes really well together with the same sort of autumnal shades that the rest of the look has. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So I'm just priming my eyes using the NARS ProPrime Smudgeproof eyeshadow base. I'm just going to sort of put that all around my eyes. I'm going to do my eyes first just in case there's a bit of fallout, then it's just easy to sort of go and clean up underneath my eyes if that is done first. So to start off with, I'm just going to put a transition shade into my crease. I'm going to use this shade here, which is Latte from Makeup Geek. And I'm just using a E35 brush. I'm just going to sort of put that in just above my crease, just to start as a transition shade. Focusing that one more in my crease, I'm going to go in with a lighter shade on top of my crease just to sort of blend this one out as well, because this still is a little bit darker than my skin colour. I'm just going to go in with a fluffier brush. This is an E40 brush. I'm going to go in with a shade here, Frappe, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit warmer. Dust that off and just go just on top of that just to sort of blend out any harsh lines. This one's a little bit more my skin tone, so it's a bit easier just to blend things out with this shade. So now for the foiled eyeshadows, I'm going to go in with an F70 concealer brush from Sigma. It's a really dense synthetic brush. I find these brushes pick up the foiled eyeshadows a lot better than like a natural hair brush. So I'm first going to go in with this bright yellow one, which is Fortune Teller. This is a very yellow gold. I'm not going to go in too much with the brush. Tap off any excess. I'm just going to start applying that right on the inner corner. Just in that first quarter. So using that same brush, I'm just going to flip it over to the other side and go in here into Untamed. This is this really beautiful warm orange gold. I'm just going to pack that on the rest of my lid into the outer corner. Zoom you in a bit. And just blending it into that Fortune Teller, just sort of go over and just sort of tap on top of both colours, just sort of blend it over. I'm going to go in with another one here. This one here is Flamethrower. This is a beautiful orange coppery sort of shade. Just a little bit of that one, and that's just going to be focused mainly on the outer corner here. We're going to put this one right underneath our lash line, but lower lash line as well, so it doesn't have to be too intense on the top, because we are sort of going to join that underneath here. And just to deepen up the outer corner there, I'm also going to go in with this it hasn't got a number, small tapered eye brush, and Bada Bing here, which is this deep brown sort of shade with a hint of gold glitter. I don't find the glitter comes off too much, and I've got a lot of colour obviously going on the lid at the moment. So I don't want it to be too crazy. I just want to add a bit of darkness there without. You can do this with a black if you want a bit more of an intense look. But I think we've got a lot of gold going on. It's probably intense enough. Okay, so just to blend that one out a little bit more, again, just go back in with that fluffy brush. This is the colour that I had that Frappe on, I think it was. I'm not adding any product, I'm just using the brush really to blend out any harsh lines that I'm getting between the dark shades and the foil shades. I'm just going to do my brows now, just because I'm starting to decide if I need to add a little bit more or less onto my eyes. So I figured once my brows are done, it just helps me work out what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. So I'm just going to use the Benefit Gimmie brow just to add a little bit of fullness here. I've had my brows done recently, so I don't need to do too much. They still got quite a nice natural shape, which is when I really love using this product. So you can see a difference. I mean, you don't really think it while you're doing it, but then when I look at the difference between those two eyebrows, you can really see a difference that having your eyebrows made. So let's do the other eye. So for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to go in with Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek, which is this shade here. It is a satiny sort of matte shade. It's like a matte cream shade there. It's not, I don't want to go too crazy. I've got a lot going on in my eyes, obviously. So I'm just doing a little bit here just to sort of lift my brow bone, but not too much shimmer. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with some eyeliner now. I'm going to use the Lime Crime Quill liner, the black one. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do a wing yet, we'll see. Just going to do a thin line. Add a little bit of mascara. I am going to put some false lashes on, so I don't need it to be too crazy, just a thin layer. I am going to apply these lashes. These are MAC #1 lashes. They're sort of not like crazy dramatic. They've just got the clear band, but they just add like a little spiky sort of added oomph to your lashes, I suppose. So I'm going to go and apply them. So that's one lash on and one lash off. I really like these lashes. They are so comfortable. They're really, really small. Thin band makes them so comfortable to wear, and I just really like how they're not overly dramatic. It just adds a little bit of extra something to your normal lashes without being too much. So I'm just going to go and apply the next one. So that's my half my eyes done. I'm just going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 8.0. I'm going to buff it in with my Ray Morris 23 foundation buffing brush. This is a water-based foundation. It's quite liquidy, so you do need to give it a good shake. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I'm just going to do a pump on the back of my hand. Start picking it up with my brush and just stippling it on. I did already prime my skin using the NARS ProPrime Oil-Free Pore Refining Primer. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with some MAC Studio, this one, that annoying one with the pump. What's it called? Prolongwear, that's the one. And just start putting this under my eye. Half a pump of this goes a very long way. I'm actually going to blend this one in with my beauty blender just because I feel like it gets right in there, pushes it up underneath my eyes. Doesn't leave streaks, sets in, and it sort of absorbs any extra product that you don't need. I'm going to go in really quickly and set that with the NARS Translucent Crystal Setting Powder just because it's really finely milled, and just to stop that from creasing. And I'm going to go back in with Flamethrower, just get it right on the tip and take that right underneath the lower lash line. 3/4 of the way across. Same brush, I'm going to go back in with Fortune Teller, the really, really yellow gold, again right on the tip, knock off any excess and bring that one in to the inner corner to highlight that. And then with my lower waterline, I'm going to add a black pencil. This is Zero from Urban Decay. And I'm going to be using this brush. This is just the one that came in the Urban Decay Electric palette. It's got the smallest little end there, and it's just a tiny little precise brush just to get in there and smudge that liner out. It is a teeny tiny brush, really, really thin, perfect for doing this. It's like they're designed it that way, go Urban Decay. So same thing with this one, Zero in the bottom waterline, sort of mushing it into the lashes a little bit, and then before that dries, going in with that smudgy sort of brush and just smudge that out just to add a little bit smoky definition to the lash line. And it's also good to bring it into that outer corner there as well, so it sort of matches up with that liner and I haven't got that gap. Okay, so just mascara on the bottom lashes. I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash because I like the brush. So now that that's all done, I'm going to just powder the rest of my face. I'm going to use my MAC Mirror Skin Finish Natural in medium deep and just a F25 tapered face brush. And just press that on there just to set all the foundation so it doesn't move. I'm going to do a bit of contouring using the Anastasia Contour Kit and the Eyeshadow brush. I'm going to go in with this middle shade here and just start contouring out a little bit. I'm actually going to mix these two shades. And take that lighter shade just down the side of my nose as well, just do a bit of nose contouring. Okay, and so because I've got a lot going on eyes and I'm going to be doing a dark lip, I don't want my blush to be too crazy. I'm going to go with this shade from Makeup Geek, and this one is Infatuation. I think this is their bronzer shade. And I'm going to go in with, where's my brush? So I'm going to go in with like a blush brush and just a little bit of this shade and just put that on the top of my cheekbones. Sort of as if it's a bronzer, but for me it's a little bit warm, so I can use it as a blush. Just a very nude, natural looking blush. Adds a little bit but nothing too much because I don't want to go too crazy. And do just on the temples. So with the highlight I do want to stay with the warm highlight family, so I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown highlight powder in Bronze Glow, which looks like this. This is with their limited edition thing at Christmas, but it's just beautiful. Morris 25 fan highlighter brush. Get a bit of the product there, tap it off. This one is quite glittery and quite chunky. It's not as, I don't know, I kind of feel like the quality of this one isn't as high as I was expecting from Bobbi Brown. I've got a few of their shimmer bricks and I like them a bit better. But I just love the colour of this. It's just absolutely beautiful. So, a bit more, tops of the cheekbones. It does add a nice glow. I just find that it's got a little bit too much glitter fallout there. I'm just going to touch the smallest amount just on top of the brows there. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And just some on my nose. And Cupid's bow. So for the lips, I've got two options here. They're both very, very similar. They're both from Pretty Zombie Cosmetics. This one is Vamp, it's a liquid lipstick, and this one is Dahlia. I'm thinking Dahlia. I mean, look, they're very, very similar, as you can probably see there. This one's just a little bit lighter and a little bit pinker, whereas Dahlia is a little bit deep. They are all matte liquid lip thingies as well. I can't talk while doing this. But these are incredibly comfortable to wear, surprisingly. I'm going to stop talking so I can do this. So that wraps up this gold autumnal inspired makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to have a list of everything I've used in the description bar down below, and also an accompanying blog post with more photos of the look as well, so you can get a better idea. I'm also going to have a link below to my video where I'm talking about the new 10 Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, and I've also got a blog post with 20 swatches of the entire collection there, so you can go and check them out. So head on over to my blog, Glossy Confidential, to see all those details. I'm going to also have links in the description bar below. Leave me a message on my blog or something and say hi. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. If you have any tutorial requests that you would like me to do next, please let me know in the description bar below so I can get around to doing them for you. Have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye. Oh, my teeth look so white. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm just joking. I could actually fall asleep. I need to go and wash this off my face. Ugh.